Guys, it's your girl Wandika, originally from Jamaica. I did a short trip to the thrift store, to a Goodwill down the road, and I found a lot of useful things. I really was going there to look for other like Christmas items, things that I could upcycle, and I found a lot of other things that I didn't intend, and I thought I'd show you because they're going to be useful in my craft room. Like this, I thought, because right now this is what I've been using just to put like my pens and a few of my tools, but this can hold a lot more and it doesn't take up that much space, so I think I'll use this to put my tools in. These kind of books, but they're not really, they're like storage. So, and it's so, I love the vintage look on this. So I'm gonna put other scraps in here because I've been doing a bunch of updating, as you know, not just my December daily, and so I want to be able to reach for things quickly. So I think I'll have this nearby as well beside my Christmas box. Speaking of that, and I found this really nice. It's a little bit bigger than my Christmas box, but I know what I say, I'm not gonna get crazy with it, but this is great. It's like, you know, really sturdy box, and I can move the partition inside. I can take it out, or I can make it smaller space. Yeah, so I really like this. This is not functional right now, but I mean, it's fine. So yeah, this is a box that I thought would be really useful. I might not keep this one on the desk because it's like much bigger, but I did think it was a good find for the things that I have all scattered. I can put together, so we'll see. I'll show you how I made that work. I also found this really nice album, so I was gonna take out the pictures and put in tea-dyed paper in here because I think it would make a great leather bound book. So that's what I'll do, and I'll use the album pages in other ways. I mostly wanted the paper inside this because it is like something I can cut out for list writing, you know. So that's why I got this. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the folder. I could still use it, but it's most of the paper why I got that. And now, like, and I also saw some children's book, but first in the children's book section I found this, and I had this book and I gave it away when I moved. So when I saw it, I was like, yes, and it's like a perfectly new copy, and it has all these great prompts for writing that I think I'll use in the way it's intended, or I'll have ideas to, you know, tell my students for exercises. So I thought this was a great find too. Now for the children's books, I thought what I would do to upcycle this would be, because I like those books that already have a sturdy spine and all I can use put fabric on the cover. And so I was thinking, because it has all of this great space in it, I can alter it to be one of my Easter books, like maybe March, April of next year. So I might take out the papers, I might not, I might just put stuff down because it already has places for me to put cards, and I will just put things over this, like stickers over here and pictures, or a space to write and a picture down. So many ideas. So I like that idea. And also a lot of these children's books, they have these great illustrations, so mostly got this for the illustrations. You know, it's very floral, so maybe that's what I will do in 2020, which is just like maybe to use the books and just cover up. I've not really done many altered books like in their entirety. I always take out the inside and use the cover and use the insides for different things, but we'll see. And of course, I was looking for Christmas books because I've been watching everybody else's December daily, and I really love the idea of using, you know, illustrations about Christmas in here. What I really liked, you know, because I mean, I don't know that I would use a lot of these like cartoony pictures, but this pullout is so festive and has all of the things in the song that as I have to find a way to use this. So there are elements that I love about this. So like I could use this part like a wintry scene. And I have used illustrations from children's books in my 2017 December daily. So that's something that I wanted to also incorporate into my December book, especially since it's a bigger book than I had last time, so I have more space, more, you know, and I want to really just see how this can work with that. I also found this one, which is mostly illustrations. You know, it's telling sort of a pictorial story about the snowman, and definitely gonna be using this for different things in my Christmas book. I also found this about King Midas, and I mean, it's really the illustrations, beautiful illustrations, and I thought, yeah, I definitely want to use this. Yeah. And something else I found, I thought, oh, this is really good. It's lots of illustrations that you can use without having to, you know, pay and print and get ink. And because I'm already using a lot of ink to print out my own pictures, and because I have this big backlog of pictures that I need to print out. Yeah, so this is kind of good to have the illustrations, because you've seen me use a lot of different art and illustrations in my work that I've found, some that I have done, but like this where you have famous paintings, so cool. Yeah. And another one that has a lot of great illustrations too, so, and poems. Yeah, oh, love this. So that's basically what I've been doing, is, you know, looking for those books that have really saturated, detailed illustrations that I can use, you know, just for decorations in my own journaling. And I've done that most of 2017. When I look back on my videos, I realized I was doing a lot of that, and particularly in the December daily. Didn't do much of that in my 2018 December daily because I was just coming back to journaling, and I did a small little book, and I just had ephemera, Christmas ephemera, and so on, and that was what I was using. So yeah, I'm excited. Oh, and I got this gift bag I'm gonna cut up because of the illustrations. Yeah, and I liked it because it's like almost like a vintagey kind of thing, you know. So many great ideas, and so I'll snip this up and I'll put it in my Christmas box so that it'll be easy for me to use in my book of Christmas. This also I thought would be useful because in here, what I've been doing, I'll show you, but I have been using tuck spots to put a place for my to-do lists and so on. And so I'm glad I found this little thing that has some of the, you know, for a quick list. I can definitely use this, and I like that it has the same kind of feel as my book here. Alright, so at Hobby Lobby I got this paper, and the paper was on sale 50% off, but I loved the feel of this. It's sort of cottony, and I like that it had writing, and I know I will use this in my journals, either the ones I make or the ones that I use. And I didn't want to get too many because I'm not sure how it will take the ink that I use, because I don't like when it gets too blotchy. But definitely happy that I saw this, and I said, Wandika, do you need another Christmas paper pack? And I said to myself, no, but this one has different, more tropical kind of feel to it. So I was like, yeah, I can use this, especially since where I am now, I don't expect snow, not like when I was in Utah. And so I might use some of these in my book now, as well as in the book that I make for next year, and maybe for the shop, you know, because I am getting back into making books for the website. So I'm going to, you know, tell you more about that when that becomes more, when I'm sure what's going on with that. And this, you know, these are assorted paper. I don't even know what's really inside. They say that the designs may be different than what you see here. This sort of just gives you an idea. So let me see what the papers are like in here, because I was like, I hope I didn't buy a bunch of paper that I don't want. But it was $5.99 and then half off of that. So, you know, I said, well, you get a lot of paper. Oh, okay. I like these, and there are some Christmas ones in here. Easter. Ooh, I love this. So it's sort of a surprise. You don't know what exactly they're gonna show you in here. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I almost bought this single sheet. Okay. Alright, so I'm happy that I got this, you know. Yes. So I'll put this in the box with the open papers. And then this, I said, wow, I love the vintage feel of this. And I'm always doing vintage stuff. So I feel like I'm really coming back to myself, guys. Oh my gosh. So happy. And then, I mean, I need to start making them, because I'm spending a lot of money on these things and not making books that would justify my buying more craft items. So I need to get back into making them. I'm making them available for people, putting them on my site, you know. And all the Christmas stuff was on sale, you know, obviously because of the time being in December and close to Christmas. And so this was also half off. And I saw this, and I do have a page about stockings, and I thought, yay, I can use this and give it a different feel in my book. I did want to get some more Christmas washi, and because the ones that I have, I've been using them a lot, and like, I think because I've had them for a while, like a year, you know, they're not as sticky as they once were. And so I decided to get some more of these, like newer ones, and I use them up now. I also wanted to get some bohemian stuff. Like, instead of getting a paper pack, I decided to get this because I do have a paper pack I got from Walmart, and I saw this great boho paper pack, but I was like, you know what, I don't need all of this paper. I'm not gonna, even if it's on sale. I think getting a stamp works because, you know, I can create different looks with this dream catcher. And then of course a thanks stamp. I also decided to get some double-sided tape, even though I mean sometimes it's like tedious to use double-sided tape. You have to put down the page and take off the design. So I decided, let me try to use some more of the tape runners because I really like the ease of that. So the only thing is that tape runners, you know, you run out of them really quickly, and sometimes that's why I just use glue. Sometimes I use that, you know, but I'll try those out. And I saw this and I said, some of the pages, I've put some black sheets in my Christmas book, that this would pop, and I thought, oh, I might be able to use it. And I have some white gel pens that I got from before from Michael's, and then I saw this at Hobby Lobby and thought, yeah, I might be able to use that, you know, as well on black sheets. And of course, you saw me kind of struggling the last video. I had to like press it like 3-4 times in order to get the pages rounded at the ends, and so I said, okay, it's time to get a new one. So I got a new one. This was for like 62 cents, and it was like just different kind of cardstock printed pages that I thought definitely would use for something. And you know, I would find a use for it. I thought, well, it's vintage looking, has this rustic feel. I didn't intend on buying any of this kind of paper, but it was on sale for 62 cents. So I was like, you know what, let me get this because I can always use this. And these, when I saw these before, and I only got the G for my last name. I decided to put it on the tree, and then I had a light bulb moment. I am going to put some Christmas theme things on top of it so that I can hang them up as ornaments and always take them off. Maybe, you know, after Christmas I can use them for something else. But I thought, well, they're selling these for 74 cents each, and so I'm going to make my own ornaments using these. I already have the template. I just need to put something on, maybe even just a sticker, not anything too elaborate, but yeah, just to kind of change things up. So that's what I got at the craft store and the thrift store.